What is up? Random Rider here by a sump and an airport, a little small airport to my right, that way. But I'm just riding to try and find a place to park away from cars so I can talk to y'all. And what I want to talk to you guys about, and gals, is, well, you want to be careful here. You can easily wash out your bike if you're not careful. You see all that sand and stuff on the road. Anyway, wonder what they're doing here. But so if you got a bike, you're probably gonna put money into it in one way or another. The first thing and most important thing to invest in is gasoline. Without gasoline, you can't ride your bike. Now that we got that out of the way, the second thing to invest in, I feel, is, second and probably most important thing to invest in is a way to protect your bike in the event that you go down. People will invest in exhaust systems so they sound cool and look cool compared to stock stuff. They'll invest in, actually, let's keep facing this way away from the sun. Actually, no, let's face into the sun and look all cool. And let's turn it around. I'd rather not invest in exhaust right away or in HID lights or whatever. The first thing you should invest in is a frame slider or a crash bar set for your bike. Some bikes have the option of both, other bikes do not. So it's definitely worth checking out which ones you can get for your bike and then investing in them. Obviously. So, looking at the bike, they usually mount up somewhere around here. Now, this is not a sport bike, so I can't show you for sure. But they mount up and they stick out, the frame sliders. So if the bike falls, it lands on that and keeps it off the plastic. Crash bars work the same way, and this is it right here. Now, it hasn't fallen yet, but if it does, it'll hit this before hitting the plastics. And that's important, especially on this side. The radiator's right there. And the other side, the battery is up there, so you don't want to damage that. The frame sliders also help protect the engine a bit. But really, it's there to keep the bike off of itself when it falls. And they are on both sides. Like the crash bars, these link up and protect the bike on both sides. The battery is somewhere over here. The frame sliders stick out, one on one side, one on the other, usually attached to the frame, and that way the bike will slide across them, aside from ripping up your fairing should you have one. Some Harley type bikes and cruiser style bikes have the things that kind of stick out like this. That's kind of the same thing. If your bike doesn't come with it, and you can't get it as an aftermarket thing, or as an OEM thing from the company, look aftermarket. Chances are you'll find one for your bike. I want to sit down instead of stand up and do that. So that's my bit of Random Rider advice. A pro tip, if you will, is to invest in a frame slider or a crash bar before investing in anything else. It protects the bike, might complement the bike. Frame sliders aren't that noticeable, and should you go down, you're definitely going to notice shelling out $300 or $400 for the plastics, plus any other damage you have to buff out or get fixed if you don't have it. So that's my recommendation to you guys. Why am I out of breath? It's like wearing a helmet makes it hard to breathe. Crash bars I've found to be more so on dual sport adventure style bikes like this thing here, or on stunting, like stunting crash bars. And the frame sliders I found to be more a sport bike thing. Just an FYI from what I've seen. So do a little Googling, a little searching on the internet for your bike and frame sliders or crash bars, and you'll see what options are available for you, because you'd rather scuff up those which are replaceable as well, rather scuff those up than rip up the side of your bike. So at least I would rather do that. So that's it. Peace it out.